What's up everybody, JJ here, and even if you're like Ada and you slept through the first half of October, there's still time to make some amazing 3D printed Halloween decorations. I've got 10 different designs right here that you still have time to print for Halloween. First off, let's keep it basic. This is a vase mode pumpkin. It's amazing because it prints quickly without using much filament, and you can make it in any size you want. This is your standard 100% size. I printed it out of a bunch of different filaments, made an entire video comparing filaments, and I used this model for it, since you can print quickly and not waste a bunch of filament. But print a bunch of these, separate different candies into each one. There's a lot of fun ways you can decorate with these because you can crank these out extremely quickly and not use a bunch of plastic. Next up, number 2, we've got Darth Vader the Pumpkin King. This one is such a cool design. It just looks great, and it can fit these little LED tea lights. So you light up one of these, pop them inside, and the decoration just looks really cool. If you're a nerd like me, this is just a perfect Halloween Star Wars decoration. It looks great. This one also prints out fairly quickly since it's not a huge print, but it still looks really cool. For number 3, we're staying in the Star Wars universe. This one is a pumpkin TIE fighter. It looks so cool with these spider web wings on each side, and it also can hold a little tea light. Pop this inside. This one is great for kids of all ages. I think the design looks super cool, but it does make you wonder in this Star Wars pumpkin universe, is this made out of someone's head, or is that made out of a ship? For number 4 on the list, we're back to a more traditional one. This one is a little ghost that you can print with so many different face options. There's a lot of different combination of the eyes and the mouths. You can mix and match, print them all with different shapes and faces, all that you want. You can also print out these fun little shoes in a different color. They simply pop out like that, super easy to use. So you can print them either with shoes or without shoes. The shoes make it look more maybe clown-like versus the ghosts are more traditional looking. It's whatever you want. It's 3D printing. Make it your own. Next up is an amazing line of Bobble Heads. It's 3 parts you print. You print a base, a spring, and then the top. And there are several different designs from this creator. I will link a bunch of them down below. And they ended up bouncing extremely well for 3D printed designs. I wasn't expecting this good of a bobblehead experience. I feel like this bounces better than a lot of bobbleheads that I've seen in the past. Something about the weighting of the spring is just perfectly designed in this case. It works really well. And these ghost designs have several different faces as well. You can mix and match to make it the design whatever you want. Next up, we've got another fun set of ghosts. This one is a more traditional ghost looking thing. Very hollow. You could put tea lights under this one as well. If you scaled them up slightly, this is at 100%, but if you did 150%, you could fit a tea light underneath to light them all up. These specifically are printed in a glow-in-the-dark filament. They look so cool. When all the lights go out, these will just glow, and I have them all throughout the room. And it is a bunch of different fun faces, so you can mix and match whichever faces you like or don't like. It's so cool that with 3D printing, you can mix and match and make them whatever you want. Print different faces on them, print out of different colors, make whatever decorations would work in your setting. For number 7 here, we're working on a much smaller scale. These are kit card zombies. Kit cards, if you haven't printed them out before, are amazing. Super fun with kids or at parties. Everyone gets to design and put together their own toys. It's the 3D printed equivalent of assembling your own models. You get to cut out the little shapes and put them together, and these zombie models are really cool because they do stand up. And it does come in an inverted direction, so you can have them, these are all shuffling to the left. You can have some that are shuffling to the right. Kind of mix and match to make a whole field of zombies. These are printed at 100% scale, but if you scale them up to 200%, make sure you increase the Z height on there. You will have to tweak with that. I'm not sure the exact great settings for those. But at 100%, they turned out great. Number 8 is a much bigger kit card. This one came in 3 different cards of it. You can print them as cards or just individually the pieces. This one has these gears on the ground, and it's a little monster party. They will all start dancing for you as you twist these gears back and forth. It's such a cool little design. The yard you're assembling them has several different places, and you can mix and match the decoration. There's a bat, a cat, a pumpkin, some gravestones, and you can mix and match where the pieces are, let kids assemble them themselves, or really kids of all ages, because I loved putting this together, and I think it's such a cool design. You don't have to be young to keep playing with toys. I love playing with this model. For number 9 on our list, I've got 2 designs that really show off the strengths of 3D printing. These look like regular disc rings with a bunch of lines. Pretty uneventful until you shine a light through it at an angle. you get these really cool projections of these designs. This one is a skeleton, and this one is a jack-o'-lantern. You do need to be fairly close to a light source. Found overhead lighting doesn't really work. It's too diffused. A cell phone's flashlight is great. It works kind of like a projector to project this up on the wall. Looks amazing. It's so cool how these little discs really don't look like much until you turn the lights on. Number 10, and I've saved the creepiest for last. This is a little octopus with the Rock's face on it. Really, there's a whole class of design models out there that have the Rock's face stuck on it. This is the little famous flexible octopus. There's so many of these. And this has turned it into a Halloween horror show, putting a human face onto an octopus. And really, if you search for The Rock on printables, you will find so many different places where his face has been attached onto common models. So if you wanted to show off to someone that 3D printing can truly make anything as crazy as your mind can think of, this is an amazing example of that, and could creep someone out for Halloween. So that concludes 10 fast and fun 3D prints for Halloween. If you've seen my shorts, you will have seen some of these designs already, and if you subscribe, you'll make sure you won't miss any of my upcoming Halloween shorts. I still have more designs I didn't get to because I was printing these instead, but I still think I can get them done by Halloween, so if you subscribe, you'll make sure you won't miss them. As always, these STL links will be in the description down below, and if there's any fun Halloween prints that you've printed this year that I didn't have listed here and you think are just amazing, please let me know in the description down below. I would love to hear about them. As always, go out there and create something amazing today, and I'll see you in the next video.